Yes, so I'm back again with another trading day and another trading recap. Got a very nice execution today, so can't fault myself. Very happy and just got to continue. Stuck to the plan perfectly. Waited for the right time and executed, so can't fault myself. Just got to keep going, keep staying motivated, and yeah, hopefully I can get that consistency that I've been waiting for the last few months without too much weight. I'm going to show you on the chart now what my trader was. So here we are. So onto the daily chart. As you can see, price has been chopping in and about this range for a while now. So with that in mind, I had to revert to the 4-hour chart as I can't actually look for any PD array based off the daily time frame at all. Onto the 4-hour, you can see here the imbalance which was shouting out to me today was this 4-hour fair value gap there. Liked it because we filled this volume imbalance here and then we dipped back into consequent encroachment of it, 50%. So for me, that was a very good target point, and this here was where I framed my whole trade from, right? So I'm using these high time frame PD arrays. Into the 15-minute again, so I'm pairing this with another PD array, so I have the order block. I'm using that because there's no FVG, and this one's reacted off this previous order block through the change in the state of delivery there, after taking out liquidity in this 4-hour FVG. So there's quite a few key factors there. And also, we had a decline and retracement into that area. So we hadn't manipulated or hit midnight price yet. So you had the feeling that the market was, eventually wanted to move to them buy side targets, which is what happened today. Yeah, like I said, I was framing my entry off this order block there where we tapped into it multiple times. And I wanted to see the Asian range high to be taken and price to eventually propel upwards during that into the 1-minute chart then. So like I was saying, we had to wait for that news, and because we've got NFP, you can expect choppy conditions, so you had to wait for the market to speak to you. So I wasn't rushing in at all. I was waiting for that news, and you can see there that we had that data wick. So we manipulated upwards and then we dumped lower, took out the low of the day there after filling up, I think it was the majority of the opening range gap which was there, so I'm going to mark that on the chart. So had the opening range gap, which we filled the majority of it, came back down. So the key things I was looking for during this time were, can we displace beneath this low and look for lower targets, or are we going to accumulate and pair them orders from institutions so that we can eventually move higher? So that's what happened, and that's why I was using these inversions there just to give me a clear indication of the order flow. As soon as we failed to displace lower than the low of the day here at 9.32, that showed to me we're not moving away from this open range gap. After filling out the majority of it, we're probably going to displace and use the last portion of it as a draw, as well as the equal highs which I had here and the Asian range high, the data high. So there's several draws on liquidity, which is why I like the long setup. So taking that away from the chart because I don't need it anymore. Here is where I entered. So like I said, we had this FVG there, came into it. You'd want to see price displaced, but we didn't. We instead came back into that FVG. So now I know that this is probably weak and there isn't, a lot of selling pressure behind this area of price. So I was looking for any PD arrays which could be used for me to go long. So with that in mind, I had this inversion there which I used. I like the reaction off it, and I like this gap that we left. So therefore, what did I use? I used that order block. See, we had a 1-minute order block there. And then as soon as price broke above it, dipped back into it, I entered. So if I put my long position here, you can see, and I targeted the data high, and then obviously put my stop loss underneath this FVG there. Probably roughly about 2.5 by the time I got filled. So it was a very nice trade. Could have targeted here, but wanted to lock in profits, and I targeted this high there. And then, like I said, we kind of came up. But because we broke above here, I was very prepared for price to come back into this region, which is why I wasn't worried, and I left my stop. I wasn't moving it to break even like I would usually do. And then that is where we got the move, and we pushed up and took out that liquidity. And then, as I said, we kept going, took out them equal highs, and then we chopped about for the rest of the trading session on the 5-minute, as you can see. And yeah, that is basically where we ended up. Came back into this previous volume imbalance off the higher time frame there. So yeah, I will definitely be looking at these highs. You can see from here my profits for the day on my 3 accounts. So yeah, going very nicely on there. I've just got to keep it up. So yeah, that's the end of the trade. Cheers for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully learn a little bit more about, using opening range gaps and seeing if we can displace beneath lows. If we fail to do that, you probably know that we're going to get that smart money reversal and seek higher prices. So yeah, cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.